Welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast.
Well, hello there, and welcome to the Real Film Nerds Podcast. My name is Matt, one of your hosts. I like movies. I like to talk about movies. But most of all, I like talking about movies with my good buddy, Mysterious Mike Talent. Mike, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm eager to talk about this movie, Matt, because I think we might have a little bit of differences of opinion on this one, and that's always fun.
Mike, since I can't type, do you know what episode this is?
Oh, no, I have no idea, Matt. 273?
No, I think it's 265, I think. That's what I'm going to guess. Here, I'm going to type in an R and see if it shows up. Hold on. Oh, it does. Like, first thing. There we go. There. You heard 2 clicks. Sorry for all of you. Yes, it is 265. This week, it was my pick, and I shot myself in the face. I knew it was going to be terrible because everybody said it was going to be terrible. I 100% agree. This week, we're talking about Sony's latest Marvel film, Morbius. Mike, why don't you give us the rundown?
All right, Matt. So this movie was directed by Daniel Espinosa. It was written by Matt Samza and Burke Sharpless. It's starring Jared Leto, Matt Smith, Andrea Arona, Jared Harris, Tyrese Gibson, and this movie is about a biochemist, Michael Morbius, tries to cure himself of a rare blood disease, but he inadvertently infects himself with a form of vampirism instead.
All right, Mike, so you said we're going to have a differing opinion on this. So I'm excited to hear what you really, really think about this film, because I agree with the critics. This movie was crap.
So I think this movie was fine. It's not a work of art. It is okay. The thing that I think it's lacking quite substantially is just that Marvel touch. You know, that just something about it. It was just a fine. I mean, it's just a plain story. Like, it's just a movie. Like, it wasn't. I don't know. It didn't seem very Marvel-y. Can we use that as a description? Marvel-y?
I believe the nomenclature is Marvelicious.
Okay. Yeah, it was not Marvelicious at all. But I mean, as a movie, like, if you look at it as not a Marvel movie, it was okay. It's not great.
No, dude. As a movie, it was shit. As a movie, it was shit. Marvel or not, this movie sucked.
I don't know, man. I guess I don't know. Maybe I saw a different movie.
Either that or you must have slept through it like my mom did.
Oh, how many snores was for your dad? Like, how many snores? Are you still doing that?
Yeah, but my dad didn't go because my sister was at my mom was at my sister's house. So my brother-in-law and my sister and my mom went and watched it. Yes, Frankie Lala, here's your shout out. And my mom pointed out that every single one of them fell asleep. So that's at least 3 snores right there.
Okay, well, I didn't fall asleep in it, shockingly.
Really? You're sure?
No, I didn't fall asleep.
Would you have realized if you fell asleep, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm going with it. Mike. You better not be lying.
Okay, so, Matt, I guess, Matt, I have a technical comic book question for you.
Uh-oh. I might not be able to answer it because I don't pay a lot of attention to Morbius.
All right. Well, when Morbius is flying around, why did he have like weird remnants? Like,
I don't know, dude. That's one I didn't get. Like, just slowly rolling into the film is why when he's fighting, there's like a trail of like dust of him. Like, it's clearly like his like jumper, like when he's in prison, and then there's like. I don't know what the hell that shit is. I don't get it. Like, if I breathe it in, am I like breathing in Dr. Morbius? Because that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just they're going for some kind of visual effect. I mean, it kind of looks cool, but at the same time, I'm like, well, what is it? Like, why?
Mike, it was more confusing than cool to me.
All right. I was just going on a visual aspect, man. Purely visual.
So, Mike, I think we should go ahead and start talking about this, even though it's not a visual aspect yet.
Do you think I should start talking about some beers, Matt?
No, Mike, I got something better than beers for movie lovers. Mike, we have another giveaway from our friends at Paramount Pictures.
Oh, yeah. The contractor, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, for those of you who did not know, I haven't seen him for a while. Chris Pine did a new action film, and it looks really good. Like, really, really good. And it's currently out in theaters, and it's available on video on demand. I watched the trailer. I think it looks phenomenal. I mean, it has Chris Pine. It has a lot of big names. Chris Pine, Ben Foster, Kiefer Sutherland, a lot of action stars. This one looks cool, dude. It really does.
Yeah, I like the revenge movies, and this looks like it has a little bit of that, so I'm all in.
Okay, Mike, so what should our listeners do to be entered for a free rental of The Contractor? What do you think?
Tell us their favorite Jared Leto movie, and it can't be
nice.
this one.
It can't be Morbius, though. Okay, all right. I like it, Mike. That's a good suggestion. So for those of you who want to be entered in a drawing to win a free rental of The Contractor, go ahead and email me, Mike, or nerds@realfilmnerds.com and tell us your favorite Jared Leto film.
Oh, Matt, that reminds me. So, I used to work at a movie theater, Matt, and the only celebrity or anybody I ever saw was Jared Leto. We sold him a ticket. He watched some terrible movie. I can't even remember what movie it was, but it was awful.
Where? Was this in Flagstaff?
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's no way in hell Jared Leto went to Sierra Vista.
No, he was passing through with his 30 Seconds to Mars band.
I could see that because, being I-40 and Flag and all that, that's interesting. That's cool. Was he a cool guy?
Yeah, he was nice. I mean, like, a lot of the single ladies were, like, swooning. But other than that, like, I mean, he just bought a popcorn and a Coke and went and watched a movie. Like,
Mike, were you swooning?
No. We sold him the ticket to enjoy the show.
Nice. Okay, well, Mike, I still got to do the business, so let's go ahead and get it out of the way for our good friends over at Paramount. Here we go. The Contractor, starring Chris Pine, is now in theaters and available on digital and on demand. When a discharged elite Special Forces sergeant, played by Chris Pine, is desperate to provide for his family, he contracts with a private military force and unravels a deep conspiracy, sending him on the run for his life. You can buy or rent The Contractor and watch it today. It is rated R, and again, it's from our friends over at Paramount Pictures. Thank you, Paramount, again, for helping us out and promote our pod by giving us awesome movies to give away to our listeners. So go ahead. You heard it here. Mike is friends with Jared Leto because he sold a movie ticket to him once. So let us know what Mike's best friends, your favorite movie of Jared Leto is. There. I tried. Mike.
Yeah. That was pretty good, Matt. It was pretty good. It just got a little stumbly at the end there, but that was good.
Yeah. I'm pretty good and pretty quick, but sometimes I drop the ball. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on. But, dude, The Contractor, I'm excited. This looks like a good one. Dude, I'm jealous. I'm jealous to our listeners. So make sure and hit it up. Mike, go ahead. Let's move on. Morbius, it's a piece of shit. Nobody should watch it. I want my money back. Next.
Wow, man. Wow. So, man, I totally disagree. Like, it's fine. It's just a movie. It's like a popcorn movie, man. You don't take it very seriously. It's fine.
Okay, so I don't want to get into, like, why I dislike it so much because it's spoilers.
All right. Well, I can start working on our getting rid of that, Matt. What are you drinking this fine morning, evening, afternoon?
Well, Mike, thank you for asking. So this movie was a strong movie that requires a strong drink. Mike, I am drinking a little Captain and Coke.
Wow. All right. Strong drink.
Yeah, it's mostly Captain, but there's a splash of Coke, so I got an ice.
Yeah, you just got to darken it up a little bit.
Correct. I got to make myself feel better about myself when I look at the drink, right? Okay, so what IPA are you drinking today, Mike?
Oh, Matt, it's not an IPA.
Oh, shock.
Yeah, no. Mags, for my birthday, got me a craft beer subscription, so I get different beers in from all over the country.
This sounds like the one that I had that Stacey got for me for a while. Who's it from?
This one's from Reformation Brewery.
Nice.
And it's named Jude, and it is a Belgian-style triple ale. So strong.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it was good. That one was good.
It's just named Jude, not like Hey Jude?
No, just Jude. There was one that was yesterday that was a little weird. It was a peanut butter stout, which sounds good and usually is good, but it was like a little too hoppy. I know it's a little weird, Matt, but it was too hoppy.
Especially coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, but for a peanut butter stout, you don't want them to be hoppy. So it was weird.
No, you want it to be kind of sweet. Do you remember the company on that? I'm sure you have a couple more, though, because my subscription, they gave me 3 or 4 of each beer every single time it came in.
Yeah, I do have a couple more. I don't remember its name. I'll look it up.
Just curious. You know what, Mike? Why don't you do the save one for next week?
Okay, I will.
And then you can piss and moan about how hoppy it is on air.
Yeah, sure. Again.
Okay, Mike. So it's time for your favorite part of the Real Film Nerds podcast. Mike, go ahead. What is today's awful dad joke to match this awful movie?
I got dad jokes. I don't think they understand, though. Gotta think I'm funny. Other people never laugh, though. Dad jokes.
Come on, Matt. It's not so bad. All right. Why did the man get fired from the bank on his first day?
He took all the money with him?
He pushed a woman who asked to check her balance.
Yes, that's a dad joke. That is definitely a dad joke.
Yeah, I know, man. That is a good dad joke.
All right, Mike. So now my favorite part. This is not a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. This is a Sony Marvel movie. So we still need to know the answer, Mike. How does the amazing Morbius relate to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
All right, Matt. So this movie was, a Marvel movie, but from Sony. And I guess it was a little bit tougher than I thought it would be to match it up, but I was able to find somebody. So one of the art directors for this movie, Nigel Evans, also worked on Spider-Man Far From Home as an art director.
See, Mike, you did it. Even though this movie is terrible.
So Matt, talking about Marvel, one thing that I guess was probably a little bit of a clue that maybe this wasn't going to be so great was when the opening scene of the movie with the credits, they didn't have the normal Marvel thing.
They have, so whenever there's a Sony Marvel film, they do the Marvel comic book where it flips. When it's a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, they do the one of the audio that you just heard a little bit ago, played on guitar, but the real one. So that's the difference. That's how you can tell when it's a Sony Marvel film versus a Marvel Cinematic Universe film. And they are two separate universes.
Yeah, okay.
Which we will get into when we start talking about Michael Keaton and his lackadaisical end credit scene. Nothing about him. 100% about the film.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that as well, Matt, but we haven't gotten there.
Well, just put it this way. The shit don't make sense.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Mike. So convince me why Morbius is an adequate film.
Well, there's a beginning and there's a middle and there's an end.
And it is projected through a projector. There's actors in it. There's a director and there's writers. Wonderful. It's a film. Next.
Yeah. Man, it's fine.
No, it's not. It was
the kids.
awful.
The kids, they have problems. They grow up, superstar. Like, I don't know. What like, I guess I went in with no expectations, so it was like pretty hard to beat that. Like,
I'll say this. Jared Leto's acting was wonderful. He always does a pretty dang good job. He's a good actor. He just is. And he did his method acting. People talked about it on set, that he walked around with crutches and all those things. What kills it for me is the story was just crap, dude. They had Dr. Michael Morbius and his best friend Milo, who he calls Milo as a joke and sticks. He's an adult and he's still known as Milo, even though that's not his real frickin' name. That's beside the point. It's just, you don't really have a villain, and you get the villain as his best friend, which is a trope, and it didn't do a lot for me. It just didn't. It was just very lackadaisical. I mean, Morbius is a villain character in the comic book world. He is a enemy of Spider-Man. I don't know why they keep making these movies that are enemy of Spider-Man without Spider-Man. If you had Spider-Man in here, this movie would be awesome.
Well, I mean, he seemed like the good guy in this movie. Like, he was like a nice dude and everybody loved him. And, there's a couple scenes where he's like, Michael.
Yeah, I'm hoping they were calling back to the Lost Boys. I really hope they were, because that was fun.
I think they were, dude. I think they had to. But anyway, it was just, I mean, I guess you're right, but who else would have been the bad guy? Like, I don't know. Like,
right, that's the point. They didn't think it out, and they went through reshoots and all kinds of shit with this film, and it still is a travesty. It's still just awful.
What do you think, Matt? You know how you were disappointed a few weeks ago when this was delayed like a month or whatever? What do you think they changed? I'm sure
know.
They changed something.
Whatever they did, it couldn't have made it better.
What if it did?
Oh, Jesus. What the hell would they do? I don't know.
Dude, I don't know.
You know what they did, Mike? And this is one of the biggest sticking points for me when it comes to vampire films. Jared Leto didn't sparkle. If they took out the sparkle, I'm going to be upset.
That is always a sticking point. He's I was on team Leto, but now I'm not.
Dude, if the vampire doesn't sparkle, that's a full reel right there. Just bam, no sparkle, no reel.
I don't know. Like, to me, like when I got done with this movie and I got back home and I was talking to Mags, I was like, it's just a movie. It was okay. It just didn't have that Marvel je ne sais quoi.
It's uninspired. There's just nothing there. There's nothing memorable about it. Like, okay, the one scene I really liked was probably the first scene where he becomes the vampire and he blatantly slaughters everyone on the ship without even thinking about it. I think that was probably one of the best parts of the whole thing, because it was showing you him becoming a vampire and not being able to control it.
Oh yeah, man. He was pretty brutal. But after that, the movie, I guess, changes, because then after that, he's trying to control it, and he's Mr. Scientist and all that. But I guess if he's supposed to be a bad guy, yeah, they really messed this one up.
Yeah, why not just continue that from on? I mean, it doesn't. No one says this movie has to end on a happy note. No one says that the Morbius has to be a good guy. Let him be this horrible, terrible villain and lead into, a villain for Spider-Man, which clearly is coming down the road. Clearly.
Well, his best friend, Milo, not Milo, he seemed to have a lot of money, so it could have been like, if they kept the story as Morbius is a bad dude It could have had Milo been the good guy and come after him with all of his money to like fight against him and stuff. That would have been cool.
Dude, I would have been down with that. Where the hell did Milo get his money anyways? Because, like, Dr. Morbius is at this school, right?
Yeah,
so's Milo.
He's on a freebie. He's like, how they let one free one in?
Yeah, that's Morbius.
That's him. Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Sure, you're right. I mean, and the love story, I actually kind of like that there wasn't really much of a love story. Like, there's a relationship, kinda. It's not even really formed. And then, I guess she gets kidnapped and all that stuff. But, like, I don't know. It's kind of a weird...
Well, I like that they didn't, like, force a love story, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah, they didn't.
So, that's nice. I don't know. I mean,
see, there you go. That was the nicest thing you could say. I saw it.
You don't have to have a love story in every single movie. So, yeah, that was nice. And then, obviously, there's going to probably be a sequel because she's now a vampire.
Right.
And, again, no sparkle.
Are you sure? Did you look real hard?
Her eyes were red, but no sparkle. So she was just really angry.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm trying to think of some other. In the comic, is the artificial blood blue? Like they showed, like that was weird.
Honestly, I don't remember. I don't remember them talking much about artificial blood in the comic, but that was pretty freaking weird. And I think they just used it in the film as like a way to differentiate between the two. Because they kept calling it blue or red. He's like, when you go red versus blue, it's just,
Yeah, like I didn't know if they were trying to mention like a Halo kind of game or what they were doing
red
there.
versus blue. Yeah. Speaking of that, Mike, did you get your Xbox yet? They're available now. You can buy them.
No. They finally made like 5?
15. Yeah. I'm excited.
Nice. No,
we'll see.
No, I don't have it. When does yours come in? Did it come in yet already?
No, not for a few more days. But my question for you, Mike, is this. When was the last time you turned on your Xbox One? Because it's going to take 37 hours to update.
Fall update. So I've got to get spring, probably spring part 2, probably April. Yeah, there's probably like 6 reboots and updates.
Now, how many years is that?
No, it was last year. Turned it on.
Okay. Did you see Borderlands has a new game out? Or not Borderlands, but it's in the Borderlands kind of world?
No.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It's
called Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Nice.
It's more fantasy / RPG than it is Borderlands. It looks good. I don't know. I might have to pick it up. It's expensive, though. Video games are expensive because, everything is fucking expensive again.
I don't think things were not expensive before, Matt, but they just got really more expensive now. How about that?
Yes. Things just have gone up even more. And, not to talk about the war in Ukraine. Yes, it's a horrible tragedy what's going on over there. It's absolutely ridiculous. We don't condone it. We are 100% against it. So us pissing and moaning about gas prices and the cost of everything going up because of that war is a part of it. It's not 100% the war in Ukraine, but it is definitely a part of it. So, our pain of having to spend more money is nowhere near like losing your entire city. So let's just keep that in mind, Mike.
Yep. No, we will.
So, okay, I'll get back on topic. Mike, so what did you think of the end scenes with Michael Keaton?
I was confused. I was like, what?
Yep. That makes 2 of us.
Is that a tie-in to Spider-Man?
So if you remember the original Spider-Man Homecoming, Michael Keaton was the villain known as Vulture. So I think what they're trying to say is that in the multiverse, that when all that shit happened with Spider-Man in No Way Home, I guess Michael Keaton somehow got thrown into the Sony universe versus going from the MC, he went from the MCU to the Sony universe, which makes no sense because in Spider-Man Homecoming, No Way Home, everybody came from other universes into the MCU. They didn't go outwards.
Well, maybe that Doctor Strange messed up the spell again.
Maybe, But that's the only thing I can rationalize behind it. But what it's leading to, Mike, here's the one that really pisses me off, is the second end cutscene. It shows Vulture in his full regalia and his garb and his wings and all that shit, which is awesome. It looks really good. Where the hell did he get it from? Because if you remember in Spider-Man Homecoming, the only reason he has that shit and it works is because it's power from Thanos' army and their alien artifacts. No one says Thanos exists in the Sony universe. No one says the aliens that work for Thanos exist in the Sony universe. Where the hell did he get all his shit from?
Matt, I think you're getting too in the weeds on this one, man. You just gotta you just gotta hit the I believe, man. I believe.
I can only hit it so hard, Mike. I know you punched the shit out of that sumbitch.
I don't know, Matt. You're right. No, I mean that seems awfully odd, and I'm sure Sony's heard about it now from all the fans. And they're like, "Dang, you didn't catch that?" So whoever that intern was is not going to be with the company anymore.
No, you know what they're doing is they're setting up the Sinister Six, which hopefully that happens and Spider-Man is actually in there, because if that happens, that'll be a lot of fun. But Morbius is not part of the original Sinister Six. I think he joins up later on down the road. But the original Sinister Six is Doc Ock, Vulture, Electro, Mysterio, Sandman, and Kraven the Hunter. So I'm wondering if they're just not going to have Kraven the Hunter come out and they'll have Morbius do the role of Kraven the Hunter, because we've already seen everybody else. We've seen Doc Ock, we've seen Vulture, we've seen Electro, we've seen Mysterio, we've seen Sandman, we've seen them team up in the latest Spider-Man film. So clearly that's what we're getting. We're going to get a Sinister Six film. Question is when, and are we going to get Kraven the Hunter, or is Morbius taking his place?
Well, are we going to have the original actors? I don't know if you're going to be able to get all those people. I don't know. Who knows?
Probably
it's
not.
It's not MCU.
Yeah.
It's not MCU.
Well, but think about it, Mike. So Vulture is the only one out of all of them that is from the MCU. Doc Ock is from Sony. Electro was from Sony. Mysterio, Sandman, all from Sony. They were the ones that transferred over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the last Spider-Man film. So the only one they needed the rights to was Vulture, which they got in this movie.
Well, wasn't Mysterio in, was it Far From Home?
Oh,
that's
yes.
the second one, right?
I take that back. Yeah, you're right, Mike. So they're going to have Mysterio somehow come into the Sony universe too. Good call. All right. Well, I'll stop, but yes, I'm nerding out because the Sinister Six is pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so I mean, it's fun that we didn't really agree, but you know, this movie is just okay.
It is not, dude. I don't recommend anybody watch this movie. I thought it was terrible. Okay. The only reason I would say anybody watch this is for Jared Leto's acting. I think he did a good job. The CGI was pretty much crap for the most part. The story was absolute crap. The sets were decent, but the only saving grace is Jared Leto. God, dude, Al Madrigal. I like Al Madrigal. I have a picture with him because I went and saw his stand-up show. That guy totally was fucking phoning it in. And then Tyrese, are you fucking kidding me? Tyrese, I don't even know if that dude was sober when he filmed this movie.
Oh yeah, no, Tyrese. I was gonna mention his performance was terrible,
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just expecting another Fast and Furious. Like I think he might have got lost and like they just threw him in.
Dude, I agree. I mean, I don't know where he came from. I like Al Madrigal. I was sad about that because he did a crap job. The dude from Resident Evil and a bunch of other movies, Jared Harris, he plays the doctor. He always does a good job.
Yeah, but he's barely in it.
Yeah, I know. Jared Leto did a good job. The dude that played Milo, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't great. He was kind of mediocre at best. I don't know, dude. I guess I just had higher hopes for this, especially with all the reshoots and the pushbacks and all that other shit. So, Mike, why don't you go ahead and tell our listeners what amazing film we are going to talk about next week.
All right, Matt. So it's always important when a Michael Bay movie comes out that we go watch it. And this upcoming week, we've got Ambulance, and it's his, it's his newest movie to come out, and it's coming out into the theaters instead of the last one we watched, which was Six Underground, that came to Netflix and maybe to the theaters, but I think mostly just to Netflix. But, Matt, we always have to go for the Bay Bang. Yeah, and I was watching The Rock the other day, Matt. Man, I love that movie. It's a great movie.
It is. That's one of my favorites of the Bay Bang. It's The Rock. But yeah, this looks like a lot of fun, man. I really wanted to see this. We've been seeing trailers for this for a while. Michael Bay, great cast, Jake Gyllenhaal, Elza Gonzalez. It looks like your typical Michael Bay action explosion thriller of a bank heist gone bad where they steal an ambulance. Mike, I'm down for it. Let's do it. Let's go watch this one.
Yeah. No, let's do it, man. At least at the bare minimum, Matt, it'll at least have some sort of circly shots, the Michael Bay type shots. So those are usually pretty good, some of them. So I know in Six Underground, the magnet scene was awesome. Really, really cool.
Do you think he can do more than Six Underground in this one? Do you think it has that kind of budget? Because Six Underground, they basically just handed him a check and said, here, make a freaking amazing movie.
I don't know, man. It seemed like he did have a lot of money because he loves practical effects. So when you see stuff happening, it's really happening for the most part. So, I mean, saying that, and then I was just thinking about all the Transformers, but I mean, all the explosions were real.
Yes. Yeah, the Transformers weren't, but the plosives were.
Yeah. But, I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to go see. I'm not sure. I doubt they gave him a blank check to just make whatever he wanted.
Oh, that was just Netflix doing that. They're like, we got him. Let's have Michael Bay be happy, so he'll keep making Netflix movies. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But I'm looking forward to this one in the theaters. There's some shots that I'll point out when we review it that look like, at least in the trailer, were shot with a drone. Because there's no other way they would have been able to do it unless it's CGI.
Ah, okay. So there might be some CGI or a drone or maybe a combination of both. I mean, I think I did see something. He said there was some CGI. So I don't know if it's for that. Well, for that particular shot.
The one I'm talking about in the trailer is I'm not sure if it's an ambulance or if it's a car or something, but it's jumping. It hits something that's flying through the air, and you see this shot from the side, and it clearly looks like a drone hauling ass right up to the vehicle and then goes underneath it. I'm like, that has to be a drone if they did it in real life.
Yeah, that sounds CGI-ish.
Or CGI. But a drone totally could pull that shit off.
Yeah. No, I mean, I notice all the time now. Drone shot, all the time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because it's affordable. It's, you can do it now, even on low-budget movies and stuff, because you don't have to have a helicopter.
Yeah, dude, the cameras are getting smaller and smaller and better quality. It's just nuts. It really is. They're still not quite to the level where they're, movie quality, so most movies actually use, legit Reds or something strapped to a big-ass drone, but they're still, some of the stuff I've seen, and some of the stuff I've done, it's amazing. It really is. So, anyways, all right, Mike. Well, let's get this shit out of the way. Let's pull off this Band-Aid. Mike, how many reels do you give Morbius?
I'm giving it 3 out of 5 reels.
God, dude, you and my mom. She gave it 3 out of 5 reels this morning. Maybe you're really her son. Maybe that's what it is. She would be happy because then she'd be getting 2 grandkids from you. Me, nothing.
Well, she's got some grandkids from the other kids. You're good, dude. You're good.
Yeah, she's got 3, and then another one coming down the pike.
Yeah, dude, that's good. 4's good.
4's plenty. How many does she need? I mean, and two of the grandkids are already adults. It's crazy. It's craziness.
Yeah, they're gonna have more kids themselves.
Yeah.
One of them's gonna have like 10.
Well, the shitter though is that I lost the bet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lost the bet. You don't remember the bet I had with my sister?
Oh, that Michael was gonna have a kid before.
That Michael or Marcus would have a kid before I do or she does. And nope.
Oh, dang.
Lost.
What do you owe her? $1?
Yeah, 2 bits. You know me. I bet hard and I bet fast. All right, Mike. So you want to hear how many reels I give this piece of shit?
Yeah. Can you get it negative reels? Because I feel like that's what you want to give it.
No, it's not that bad. I give it 1.5, and that's just because I'm being nice.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's always fun when we don't agree, Mike. I think it makes for the better podcasts. So, all right. Well, that's all I got. I think I jabbered on enough. Mike, do you feel like you jabbered on enough, or do you need to reinforce your 3 reels to the rest of the audience? Because I don't see it.
No. I think I've defended myself just fine. It's just a popcorn movie, man. It's okay. Like it's. So there's a lot of like the story sucks, and it's just not the best movie. I don't know. It just wasn't a very Marvel-y movie.
No fucking sparkles.
Yeah, no sparkles. So no. Anyway, I guess with that, make sure to email us your favorite Jared Leto movie for The Contractor, and catch us on the next pod. Thanks for listening, everybody. And go out there, stream a movie, or go watch a movie at the theater. And we'll talk at you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening to The Real Film Nerds. Now, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Real Film Nerds. Now, go out and catch a movie.
Matt Hinshaw joining Lisa Live and Local this morning on Magic 99.1. How you doing, Matty?
Absolutely incredible. How are you, Lisa?
You're so sarcastic. We can just hear it in your voice. I'm doing pretty darn good, but I join you. I'm tired, but I'm tired for different reasons than you are.
What are you tired from?
Just a couple rounds of golf over the weekend, I mean.
So, in other words,
fun.
You were out having fun.
Yeah, I'm tired from having fun.
Yeah.
Well, now I said playing golf. Now, why did you say drinking? I mean,
because that's what you do when you play golf.
Maybe that's what you do when you golf.
I don't golf. I eliminate the golf. I just stay at home and watch TV and watch a movie and drink.
I gotcha.
I don't need a little car to drive around and to have a beer.
The excuse that you're out on a golf course so you can have a refreshment, you don't need that, huh?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, we're here to talk about the
ma'am.
movies. You saw Morbius on Thursday night, opening night, and
You didn't miss anything.
really,
Yeah.
you knew it wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, well, everybody was saying it was going to be bad, and it
was.
lived up to the hype. Yeah.
How bad was it?
I mean, it was rough. It could have been a whole lot worse, but
Yeah.
it just there's no point.
There's no point.
It's almost like the Venom movie in a way, but they were successful with Venom at least.
Yeah.
It's one of Spider-Man's villains that has a solo movie for no reason. So it's just why?
Yeah.
Why are we watching this? Why? Who was his villain? It was just kind of lackadaisical. The story was okay. It was just there just wasn't much. There just
What
wasn't
about
much
the special
anything.
effects?
Oh, they were terrible.
They were.
Yeah, they were not very good at all.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
man.
know what they spent their money on, and I don't know what the reshoots were.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, the acting was at least decent. I mean, Jared Leto did okay.
Well, we love
he
him.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just
Just
it
not
was
great.
just not. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no point to this movie.
Were there a lot of people in the theater when you
No.
went?
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
How many reels are you going to give it?
I give it 1.5, and that's being
1.5?
gracious. Yeah.
I don't think you've ever given a movie on this show that low of a ranking.
Maybe
Rating.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay,
But yeah.
yeah.
It was. I don't recommend wasting your time.
Don't waste your time. And you said this is only in theaters.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so should we talk about what we're going to talk about next week? Or are we calling your mother?
We can call my mom, but
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to talk about next week because my co-host, it's his pick and he didn't get back to me.
Didn't.
So I have an idea.
Yeah?
I think we're probably going to talk about Sonic 2,
Okay.
but I don't know if he can make it to a theater or not. So it's up to him, but
All right.
I'm leaning towards Sonic 2.
Sonic 2, and
Yeah.
that's about...
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh!
Oh, Lord.
Well, I mean, I didn't
is Monday.
automatically
I'll let it go.
I didn't
It's
automatically go
Monday.
there.
I understand. I'll let it go.
I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't see the first one.
How could you not see the first one?
I just
Jim Carrey's in it.
Yeah, it's good. It's
He
worth
plays
seeing.
Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, is it worth it?
It's okay. It's fun. It's cutesy.
Can I see it for free on one of my streamings that I pay for?
I don't know, probably.
Okay, all right.
I saw it in the theaters.
Let's
so.
call your mother, Ma
Yes, ma'am.
Henshaw, coming up next.
Right away.
On Magic. It's Ma Henshaw on Magic 99.1. How you doing there, Ma?
Hi, I'm fine. I got back from Phoenix in one piece, so I feel really good.
Oh, well, that's an accomplishment, Ma. Nice job. I heard you saw Morbius at the movies. What'd you think?
Yes, I did. I liked it very much. I thought it was very interesting and not what I expected.
Okay, well, what did you expect?
I expected more vicious, scary kind of things where he was, hurting people, et cetera, et cetera.
Like a horror film.
Yes, but it wasn't. It was how he came up with, I don't want to say, but
Okay.
how he came up with the medications, et cetera, and that he was a doctor.
Okay.
I thought that was really cool.
Okay. All right. Well, your son did not like it at all.
Aw,
He gave it 1.5 reels.
1.5?
Yes.
Oh, it was better than that. My goodness.
You clearly saw a different Morbius than I did.
Oh, that's funny.
Maybe he was really good, though.
Jared Leto, you're
And-
talking about?
Jared, the Michael.
Michael Morbius, which was Jared Leto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So did Pa Henshaw see the movie?
No, Pa didn't. My
Okay.
daughter and her husband went.
Okay. And were there any snores?
Yes.
You all fell asleep, huh?
Well, I fell asleep twice, but not for very long. I can't say which part, but it was toward the beginning.
Okay.
And then they fell asleep, and I didn't know it, but my daughter told me they did fall asleep too.
Okay. All right. How many cookies are you going to give it?
Oh, heavens. I'm going to give it 3.
3 cookies out of 5. Okay, very good. Well, she's right there with Google users. 73% like this movie. That's a lot.
I don't know. I think she must have been out golfing before she went to the movies.
I wish
funny.
I could golf. Too.
Yeah, you're funny,
no,
Matt.
I was at the movie, really.
Yeah, I believe you. And Rotten Tomatoes gave it 17%, so you're both right
That's right.
there with the real reviewers and the real movie critics. Thank you, Ma, for chatting with us this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, you guys, catch Matt's podcast. It's called The Real Film Nerds. You can get it anywhere you can get your podcasts.
Yep.
And you can get them right here every Monday morning on what station, Matt?
The magnificent Magic 99.1.
You got it.